A warm welcome to all of you on this utterly glorious day. Positive vibes all around us, nigh on perfect conditions. There is a thrilling football match in prospect here, and we will be getting underway very shortly. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, there is here a great sense of expectation as to universal contentment. The Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba's starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and he's shown to be very confident and comfortable on the ball when it comes to moving it forward. He'll see a lot of the ball, and sometimes he'll go direct from back to front.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Arsenal have opted for a 4-5-1 formation, it appears, Jim.
Well, most teams that use this system, Peter, will work it in a way where, yes, they'll have a 4-5-1 shape off the ball, and ideally a 4-3-3 shape on it. We often see that 4-1-4-1 shape too, and that has an obvious flexibility about it. It's a popular managerial selection because of that. It's just extremely flexible.
So it's away we go then. Timber. Rice. And Gabriel. Rice, and it's Zubimendi. Zubimendi touches it back. Played back. He's having a pop! Well, now it's a race for the ball. He slings it in, and that should get the job done. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Now Zubimendi. Wilson. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Todibo. Souček. Gyökeres. Looking for options for movement. Has to go back here. Ødegaard! No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. Somerville. Todibo. Now Somerville. Oh, that's well done, really robust. And it's Timber. He's going for goal! And again! Goal! Arsenal! The first significant strike. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper
Gabriel Martinelli.
in a flash.
Gabriel Martinelli. Gabriel Martinelli.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Arsenal already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. Timber. Saka. Saka, a dangerous raider down the right-hand side. And here's Ødegaard. It's played in here, punched away. Excellent challenge there. Tries from a long way out. And no one is overly concerned about that.
Well, it was an ambitious attempt, but it'll keep the defence on its toes at least.
He's shifting through the gears here. Somerville stood his ground strongly. Martinelli. The two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And he's found a way. Oh, he's having a go! And for a moment, time stood still. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Chance for a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! They are purring, truly purring. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka.
A case now of
There will
complete
be
control.
1 minute added time.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Ødegaard. And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off.
Everyone
Arsenal
please welcome the
absolutely
two sides.
dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Arsenal producing a nigh-on perfect 45 minutes. It's 3-0. And so the action is resumed. And that's been drilled in. Oh, shooting! Just.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Arsenal with the corner, they're first. And it's hoisted clear. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Rice. Great chance! Well, that is remarkable.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Gabriel. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Martinelli. Strong running down that left flank. Tries to cross. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And it's Ødegaard. Takes a shot! It's a goal! They will take that. They are absolutely ripping it up. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
And now he has two. This is a gloriously greedy performance. It's a pretty loose pass.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Rice being watched hawkishly here.
Well, he's been dropping into space and spraying balls all over the pitch, so enough seems enough now.
Oh, there's a probing ball.
The attendance for
Rice.
this match was 60,810.
Calafiori. Just eases him off the ball. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's had a shot! That's really well cleared. Bowen. And it's Subimendi. And that has been slung wide. Aimed at the far side. Todibo is there, and he can get that clear. And it's Zubimendi. Great vision. He's in a great position here. And he's cut it out. Martinelli. Aimed beyond. And the shot! Well, he caught that pure, but no end product.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card.
There they go, hunting again.
Zubimendi. For Rice. And it's Ødegaard. Oh, such a clever touch. He's having a hit! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And they win it back again. Tries to pass it through. And there's green grass ahead of him. This might spell shapes to shoot! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Oh, he's been caught napping. Calafiori. Martinelli. Ødegaard. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner.
Substitution for Arsenal.
Corner number 2 then.
Gabriel Martinelli. Number 7, Bukayo Saka.
Number 36, Zubimendi. Number 41, Rice. Number 8, Ødegaard. Coming on the field, number 19.
Oh, good effort! And no mistake! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
After 82 minutes is number 10, Gyökeres. Gyökeres. Gyökeres.
Arsenal are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Camavinga. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Bowen. Trossard. Trossard getting forward. And it's Lewis Skelly. Out towards the flank. Calafiori has the space to scheme. Delivers with whip. Orford. And it's Bowen. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Trossard. He has found the way through. Plays it across. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Walker-Peters. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Trossard. Oh, nice touch. Camavinga. That's a good ball out wide. Now it's Madueke. Madueke finding himself in space. That's at the end. Arsenal have done the business, grasping what they saw as rightly theirs, maximum points. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Well, thanks for your company, Jim, and a very good day to you.
And another fantastic win for the boys today. Thank you very much for your support.
Welcome one and all, we have perfect blue skies and quite a contest ahead of us. This really is a feel-good football match. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We're up and running then. That is good progress on the left.
Oh, really well played.
Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Out for a throw. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, this fella, Sven Botman, is someone who's had an interesting career, Peter. He received his football education in the Dutch capital, then he moved to France at a young age to establish himself. And while many concentrate on what he can do when he's on the ball because he has a wonderful passing range, he's actually a very, very good defender too. And he'll defend that 18-yard box with all he's got.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time. Havertz! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Deftly away. And here's Havertz. Now it's Ødegaard. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, screamer! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Arsenal take the lead. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Newcastle are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Quarter of an hour played. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Norgard. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Martinelli. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Out towards the flank. Martinelli receives it in a wide position. Bruno Guimaraes. And it's Tonali. And here's Havertz. Now it's Martinelli. Tonali, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Bruno Guimaraes and Hall. This looks promising, and it's Rice. And here's Martinelli. Good take, and is he in? Just not quite happening for him just now.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from.
He's rising! Oh, he's hit the bar! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, was he a little smarter then, Peter, than he needed to be? I'm not sure he needed to cut it as fine as he did. He had enough of the goal to aim at.
Hall. Norgard. Calafiori. Martinelli. Threads one in. Calafiori picks it up out wide. Crosses it in here. And they've got rid. Calafiori. Picked out brilliantly.
Martinelli really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, good take in a good area.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
They get a throw in. Martinelli. Now it's Havertz. Distributed tidily. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Big chance! Now that is commitment to the cause. It's their second corner of the game. It's run loose, who's going to get there? And now they can spring out of defence.
Arsenal really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
And here's Madueke. Trippier. Bruno Guimaraes. Tonali. Bruno Guimaraes. And it's Guimaraes. And here's Havertz. Madueke. He's having a pop! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Havertz, who does have an assist to his name. Martinelli. Calafiori picks it up now. He's found a way through. Plays it in low. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And it's Rice. Rice. It's a sweeping cross. That's it, 45 minutes up. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Some first-half thoughts?
Arsenal probably looking to come in with a bigger lead, but overall I think there's plenty for them to be happy about. They should look to carry on as they are, although a little more composure in front of goal would be perfect.
Arsenal have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
It's a promising position. Lovely feet. Norgard. He's having a hit! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Trippier. Barnes. Bruno Guimaraes. Looking to play him in. Barnes has the space to scheme. Oh, greatly! It's hit the upright. But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Looking for options for movement. And the shot! Madueke. That has been slung wide. Ødegaard. Botman is there and he can get that clear. Arsenal just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. He's on it, can he get away? That's very neat. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Foot in. Ødegaard looking understandably energised after his goal. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
Martinelli finding himself in space. That'll be a throw-in. Pass somewhat off target. Trippier. It's Barnes. Well, that has not gone well. Mosquera. Rice. Calafiori. Calafiori drives forward on the overlap. And that's too far for anyone. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, it was pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players, so a substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner.
Substitutions taking place.
Trippier. Nicely weighted ball. Can he latch on to this? Showing good feet. Now the delivery.
Definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Camavinga does really well there. He is strong. Now it's Saka. Saka. That's good play. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Wissa. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Cross to the back post. Oh, shooting chance! And there's a goal. There seemed no way back, but they are level. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence. They were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Number 18.
Newcastle making further changes here, and in quick succession.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
We're looking at a different game now.
Newcastle really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
It's a good run down the right. And it's Marino. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Joelinton. That's going wide left. Space for him to turn and look. No, he wasn't going to be fooled.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Saka. White. Van Dijk. Livramento.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Bruno Guimaraes.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. Tries to play it through. Tries a shot! Has another go! Oh, he's done it! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
And that's that. Arsenal have done their thing. They were driven by a desire to maximise every game, and they have won this one. Arsenal have done it. They're people without a fingernail left between them after what they have just witnessed.
Arsenal really wanted this. I mean, look at those players now. Some are big.
So hello and welcome to what has turned out to be a truly gorgeous afternoon. The sun beaming down on the stands and broad beaming smiles all around us. The mood has soared, and so indeed has the expectation of both teams. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team. So straight into the action. He leaps for it! Well, that's a fair try, but just off target.
Kane certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
And that was nowhere near his best. Trossard. Timber wants to run onto this. Ball's gone out of play. It's a threatening ball.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Wood. Wood showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Wood. And it's Ødegaard. That's destined for the flank. Trossard has it out wide and in space. And it's claimed by the keeper. Trossard is making a start here. Oh no, this does not look good. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Hutchinson. And no, he's seen through all of that. Now it's Ødegaard. Saka has it in a wide position. Shoots! And that is wildly off target.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Arsenal have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Hutchinson. Great defending, strong and determined. Distributed tidily. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Wow, look who's involved.
Ødegaard. Ødegaard going face-to-face with his great rival. Calafiori has the space to scheme. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Timber. And it's Rice. And it's Rice. Ødegaard. And it's Rice. Gets into a good position. He's having a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
"15 minutes till half-time. And he's intervened well there. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. He has found the way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Saka receives it in a wide position. Defending of the desperate variety. Morato. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Can he latch on to this? Wood.
Just needs a little bit of fine-tuning.
And that's a throw-in. Anderson. Swings in across.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
Norgard. Calafiori. Now Trossard. Calafiori. And Norgard. Saka. He is through here. Ball comes in. Anderson. Wood. He's had it taken off him.
Ødegaard really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And it's Timber. Aims beyond the defence. That has been knocked clear. That's really well manoeuvred. And that is the end of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
Let's hope the boys
What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in the second half.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. So straight into the second half.
Arsenal have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Morato. Timber producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Calafiori. He's looking wide. Big chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Rice being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, they've got to deny him time and space, and that's one way of...
And he shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this? And needless to say, that deserved better.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Kane! He will be livid with himself. Now it's Kane. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. More and more pressure on the ball here. Morato. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Morato. Now Anderson. Now it's Wood. Saliba did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And here's Kane.
Well, at least they acknowledged the effort. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And there it is, his 10th goal, his first mini milestone. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
65 minutes is number 18, Harry Kane! Harry Kane! Harry Kane!
So the first goal of the game.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Played out towards the right wing. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I think it's pretty clear. The message is to get the job done, and the sooner the better.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's Timber. Norgard. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Hutchinson. Morato. Now then, the ball's come loose. Saka! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. And that's another good win of the ball. Well seen, saw that coming. Oh, that's fabulous. And he's had it nicked away. Ødegaard. Saka picks it up out wide. It's a promising position. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Can he get it through? Driving through the middle. Ødegaard. The ball has bounced loose now, and they're back on the ball again. Norgard. Arsenal clearly looking to hold on here right to the end. And it's Rice. And Norgard. Trossard. Anderson. Gibbs-White. Now it's Wood. Oh, they could break here. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And he is going into that little black book.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 7, Bukayo Saka. Number 8, Ødegaard. Number 19,
Rice.
Trossard.
Just
Number
5 minutes
18,
remaining now.
Kane. Number 16, Norgard.
Not much time now
On the
for
field,
anything fresh to happen, I think.
Number 9, Gabriel Martinelli. Number 29, Kai Havertz. Number 22.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Number 23, Mikel Merino. Substitution in progress.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
There will be
Morato.
1 minute added time.
Now Anderson bops him off it and wins back the ball. And we're done. Arsenal have done it. They've achieved what they came for. Maximum points, the perfect outcome. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, a bit of a scrappy affair. Not
Welcome one and all. We have perfect blue skies and quite a contest ahead of us. This really is a feel-good football match. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And that gets things running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, what can we say about this fella, Yeremy Pino, Peter? I know the Canary Islands have produced some great Spanish talents over the years, but rarely as a player had such a A great rise in winning a major European trophy, becoming its youngest ever winner, and earning his first Spanish cap, both achieved within a year of his professional debut. This guy could be quite incredible.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Saliba. Calafiori. Trossard. Calafiori stood up well to him there. And here's Trossard, tries to cross. And he gets rid in a hurry. And it's Rice. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. Camavinga. And Calafiori. And it's Rice. Looking tidy in possession here. Spread out to the left. Rice. And it's Camavinga. Another pass just keeps... Decent chance! Goal! Arsenal! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
16 minutes is number 18, Harry Kane!
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Arsenal currently a goal to the good, and with the lion's share of the ball. Trossard. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Now Timber. And he's quick to return it. Ødegaard going face-to-face with his great rival. Calafiori. And it's Camavinga. And it's Rice. Out towards the flank. Trossard. Camavinga. Can he get on the end of this? Yeremy Pino. Great vision. Mitchell in acres of space out wide. Saliba. Gabriel. And Calafiori. Trossard. And it's Rice. Saliba. Gabriel. Ødegaard. And Calafiori. And it's Rice. And here's Trossard for Rice.
Just needs a little bit of fine-tuning.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Gabriel. Rice. And it's Camavinga. He's gone for goal! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
Pinches it off him.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And it's Ødegaard. That is ended up in no man's land. Saliba gets across to intercept that. Opts for safety. Calafiori. It's Camavinga. Rice. Now Timber. Riyad calmly anticipates. Lacroix. Riyad. Oh, can he get onto this? Rice. Calafiori. And here's Trossard. And that's aimed into the middle. Oh, good effort! They want to be quick to recover this. And that is well cleared. Sarr. And that signals the end of the first period. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Arsenal up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Arsenal with the game's only breakthrough, it's 1-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Saka! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Saka is offering a right smile there.
Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. A decent ball. Timber. Camavinga. Goes for the shot! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
That's been cut out, well played. Ødegaard. Saka. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Lacroix can get it clear, and it's Rice. In once more. Henderson claims it, safe hands.
Arsenal clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Saka. There's the shot! Lacroix tries to clear, and again! Now that is commitment to the cause. Corner number 2 then. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Out of play for a throw. And the ball's come loose here. And this is Kane. It's Kane! And he has kept it out somehow.
Kane actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Oh, the ball's run loose here.
The attendance for this match
And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Arsenal get their 4th corner. Tino gets it away. Kane currently being consciously targeted.
Well, this defence now knows that they have to reduce his movement because they've allowed him to run free.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Big chance! And he hits the net. They are right back in business.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Crystal Palace restore parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Wharton. That's a nicely shaped ball. Sarr! Now, who's going to be first to this? Not a bad try by any means.
Substitution.
Arsenal choosing to make the first change. Towering header! And he's had it nicked away. Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Searching pass he's played there. Eze. That's a sharp pass. Arsenal perhaps contemplating their next change here. And it's Timber. Timber. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Mitchell. Tries one from range! That had everyone off their seats.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Wharton. He's got away. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Mitchell gets into a good position. Looking to play him in.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
They'll have one final crack at it. And he's managed to get free.
Crystal Palace clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Foot in. Now then, the ball's come loose. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And he's picked it up out wide. Now it's Pino. Saliba defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Eze picks it up out wide. Timber. Played out wide. Rice. Now it's Saka. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Substitution on the field.
It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty.
Oh, good
Number
fly!
14, Mateta.
And he's there to get it away. Lovely pass, but
There will
can
be
he
3
get there?
minutes Added time.
Quick look, then plays it in. And that has been cleared. Great chance! A real chance and a real let-off. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. He has found the way through. And a chance! Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Arsenal may have thrown this away at the death. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
What a save by David Raya! They'll have to settle for that. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Arsenal can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
So hello and welcome one and all from what I can only describe as footballing utopia. The weather is perfect, the fans are in great voice, and the players are all set to get started. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, there is here a great sense of expectation as to universal contentment. The Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. And we're underway. And this is Welbeck. And he's forced to go back. Zubimendi. And Calafiori. And back to the keeper they go. Saliba. Now Zubimendi. Madueke. Now, can they get him away? Drills one in. Looking for a corner. Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Defending of the desperate variety. Very nicely done. In towards the back stick. Nicely aimed pass. Saliba. This is a promising build-up. Calafiori. Added Zubimendi. Timber. Arsenal, without doubt, seeing more of the ball and looking to turn it now into something meaningful. Gyökeres! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Gyökeres clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
This is their second corner of the game. Dunk gets it away. Brighton have the chance to go the other way. Just eases him off the ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Joel Veltman. Arsenal have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. Kadiolu stood his ground strongly. And that pass just didn't quite work. Timber. Now Zubimendi. Madueke. Looking to play him in, and that could set him on his way. He's had a shot! Gross. Goes looking wide. Tries to pass it through. Oh, nicely intercepted. Madueke. Saliba. Zubimendi. It's a good run down the right. Gyökeres. Driving forward. Trossard, decent chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, the goalkeeper's a lucky boy there.
And it's Ødegaard. Now that looks a decent ball. Now here's the delivery. Tries to get it clear. It's gone out for a throw-in. Zubimendi. Timber. And that is expertly dealt with. Welbeck. Distributed tidily. He's found a way through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Zubimendi. And Madueke. Madueke. Oh, this is a terrific run. Good ball, good take. Gross. Spread out to the left. Opts for safety. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Zubimendi. And that's going right the way across. Now it's Madueke. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Ødegaard. Rice. De Kuyper. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that's well spotted. Ødegaard. Rice. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
He has found a way through. Great vision. He's got away. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in the second half.
Please welcome our players.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break. That gets us going once more.
Arsenal have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Played through into space. Trossard providing an outlet on that flank. De Kuyper. Gross. De Kuyper. Dunk. De Kuyper. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Dunk. Gross. Nicely spread. Kadiolu has it out wide and in space. Trossard for Rice. Calafiori. Plays a sharp little ball here. And he's can he finish? And he's stuck it away. It is an explosive start to the second half. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
So we have the first goal.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Rice.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
And it's Rice. So the team separated just by the one goal, which came early in the second period. 1-0 the score. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. De Kuyper.
The attendance for this match was 60,332.
And this is Welbeck. Oh, it's come loose. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Rice. Zubimendi. Now Timber. Back towards the middle. And it's Rice. Calafiori. Now Trossard. Calafiori. Now it's Rice. Short changes him with that pass. Now it's Welbeck. Gross.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Gyökeres receives it in a good position here. Kadiolu. And it's Veltman. Joel Veltman. It's not an especially good pass, that. And it's to Kepa. Ball's gone out of play.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 20, Madueke. Number
Good steal, he just read it.
Number 10,
Chooses to go crossfield.
Gyökeres.
Trossard.
Number 36,
Can he get on the end of this?
Zubimendi.
Calafiori is in a really good position out wide. Arsenal perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Number 29, Kai Havertz. Number
Some
14,
resolute defending there.
Eduardo Camavinga.
Now it's Havertz.
Substitution.
Plays it through. He's found space here. Goes for the header! Now that was a full-blooded header.
Eze instinctively knew that it was his best option. The planning beat the execution, though.
Substitutions taking place.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Vifa attempts a clearance. And it's Camavinga. Calafiori. Looking for options for movement. And it's played into the middle.
Arsenal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Oh, what a mistake! Now he's off and running. Rice, that's destined for the flank. Deflected behind for a corner kick. They're up to 5 corners now. Dunk is there and he can get that clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Eze. He's having a pop! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, what has happened here? Here's a chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
The corner count is rising. That's 6. Cleared away. That's a throw. Takes the shot! Missed by a fraction.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Gross. De Kalpa. Eze. It's Camavinga. Gabriel, pass somewhat off target. Knocks it into space. He's shifting through the gears here. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Tempers are flaring, the referee really needs to get a grip again.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
That's a fine save.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
And there goes the final whistle. Arsenal have done it. They've achieved what they came for. Maximum points, the perfect outcome. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Arsenal clearly weren't looking...
Well, welcome everybody to a night which will be testing for all sorts of reasons. Big game, but a game being played in conditions which are well short of ideal. We have snow falling and the underfoot conditions could be really trying. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So straight into the action. Well, it's a formation, this, Jim, with a packed midfield, isn't it?
Yeah, and it allows for a lot of flexibility, Peter. You know, combative without the ball, expansive.
He scored! So, a breakthrough already. Opts for safety. Calafiori. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, that's fabulous. Now it's Muniz. Berger, nicely spread. Bob receives it in a wide position. Now it's Muniz. Smith Rowe. Can he get on the end of this? Castagna crosses. And he's there to clear it. Saka. Ødegaard. And Norgard. Calafiori. And it's Rice. Now Timber. Ødegaard. And Calafiori. Trossard. And it's Rice. Timber. It's a promising position. This looks promising. He's going for goal! Just a tiny bit high.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target. Arsenal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Rice, now he's running away. Bassi getting this one clear. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Iwobi.
Fulham really do like to play with a distinctive style, one that's pacey and expansive.
And they have the players, those players that love a gallop or two out wide.
Yeah, they're the key supply routes, Peter, carrying the ball and then delivering it across that box.
Timber. Norgard. Arsenal are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Now Saliba. And it's Rice. And here's Kane. It's a good spell of possession, this. And here's Kane. It's Kane! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Cross needs to be good. Smith Rowe clears. And it's Ødegaard. Now Timber. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Good effort from distance. Berger. Bassi. Lukic. Plays a sharp little ball here. Robinson. And Diop. Castagna, who does have an assist to his name. And it's Berger. Just eases him off the ball. That's destined for the flank. Calafiori. Smith Rowe. Rodrigo Muniz. Rice. And this is Kane. Distributed tidily. Saka produces a cross. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
Arsenal truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's in a great position here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Bob.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Berger. Oh, he's found support out wide. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And for the first half, that is that. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
To the field.
Arsenal go in at half-time with a game to chase.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Arsenal really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Ødegaard. And it's Ødegaard. And here's Saka. Looking for a runner. Saka is in a really good position out wide. Berger. And Iwobi. Saka. That's a cute ball. Pass somewhat off target. Robinson. Iwobi. Oh, super find. Rodrigo Muniz. Bob! And he should have made them pay.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Substitution in progress.
Arsenal can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Foot in. Gabriel. Rice currently being consciously targeted.
Look, stopping him is imperative. It may not eliminate trouble, but it'll reduce.
He's having a shot! But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Arsenal still behind thanks to that solitary strike.
199.
Lukic. And back to the goalkeeper. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Castagna. Arsenal are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. He is through here. Raya claims comfortably. Threads one in. Bassi promptly onto that, and that is that. Lukic. Iwobi looking to receive it in space. And it's Eze. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Now it's Bob. Gabriel. And the pass is intercepted. Diop. Bassi. Lukic. It'll be a throw-in. Fulham choosing to make the first change.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
And he's managed to get free. Pinches it off him. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, he's been caught napping. That's good play. And he welcomes it in. Can he finish? Now, who's going to be first to this? It's a good-looking delivery. Calafiori clears it away.
Fulham surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Calafiori makes the interception. Lukic calmly anticipates. Arsenal very much running into the last chance saloon.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
And it's Iwobi.
That's good play from him.
He's picked his way through. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Saka. Mosquera. That's a good ball out wide. Eze. Oh, look at the space here. Hoeneß. Takes a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
And here's Kane. It's Kane! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Kane really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
Cleared away.
Coming on the field, number 8, Wilson. Number 30,
Saka's delivery. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that.
Sessegnon.
And there goes the final whistle. Well, plenty of talking points, and many of them sadly negative. This is clearly not how it was meant to go. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, I hate to sound too harsh, Peter, but that was poor. I mean, devoid of ideas, devoid of guile, devoid of cohesion, and ultimately...
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. Always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Chance for a shot! He's got away with one there. Pinches it off him. Messi. João Cancelo. And it's Pedri. And Martin. Eric Garcia. And it's Koundé. It's Pedri. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Camavinga, and it's Valverde. Pedri gets across to intercept that. Martin, Pedri, and it's Cancelo. Oh, easy pickings there. Eric Garcia engages and forces him off the ball. Kane! Oh, he's won it! The goal to end it all! Minimal lapse, maximum punishment. How that hurts.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter.
you